Welcome to the Good Life, where life is always good. My name is Kurt, and I want to thank you for joining me today on my ride along. I know it has been a month, maybe 2 months that I have been on, but you know, life has been lifing. Everything's going good. Just life has been lifing. I have been spending more time on my other YouTube channel, which is a gardening channel, and if you want to reach out to me there, it is Soil Brother, and I will put the link in the bio, wherever it is on here. Sorry for the glare of the sun, but when you're driving, this is what happens. But it is all good. If this is your first time, give me a like, give me a sub, and watch the whole video. If you are returning, I want to say thank you for coming by and checking me out. If you could also give me a like. This is not going to be a long video. This is more of a, hey, what's going on, a reintroduction and a introduction to those that are new. My name is Kurt, and I am living in the North Texas area. And sometimes I generally hop on and do a ride with me on my way to work, on my way home from work. I am running a little late today, but hey, my supervisor is off for 2 weeks, so I got this. I'm dealing with a slight summer cold. My wife has been sick for the last few days, and I'm guessing I caught whatever she has, but yeah, I didn't leave home this morning until 6 o'clock, and usually I leave home at 5:30, but it's good though. It's good. Take some medication here in a little bit, and I'm gonna make it through this day, and everything's gonna be great. I hope you are enjoying this oven that we are currently living in, and according to a lot of my gardening friends, they are also getting this this oven, but it's summertime and it's supposed to be hot, so no major complaints. Also, have you guys been checking out the World Cup? I am not a fan of soccer per se, just because, you know, over here in this country, we grew up on, basketball, football, and baseball, and over the last 20-25 years, hockey in the DFW area has also been growing, but the enjoyment of watching soccer on its highest level, and we have watched at least one match a night, and sometimes two. My wife is from Jamaica, but Jamaica's team did not make this year's World Cup. But she grew up in Canada, so Canada's team is there, and we watched the other night. We watched Canada and South Africa. And when I say that was exciting, it came down to penalty kicks, and yeah, it was great. Canada won, so they are going to play. I don't remember who they're playing, but I believe it's one of the African countries, maybe. But they're playing them in Houston. The U.S. plays tonight, which is Wednesday, July 1st. So happy July 1st. They're playing some country that I don't know how to pronounce the name, but they're in the World Cup, so they must be good. And I can make a prediction. The final score will either be 1-0 or 2-1. That's where most of them land up. But it's been fun. It's been exciting. And now we're in the knockout round, which essentially you lose and you go home. So we're at that point of the World Cup. We do have a team locally. I've never been to a match, never even thought about going to a match. Probably won't go to a match. But if I'm passing by on TV, I will now stop and watch. Yeah, it's been fun, you know. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Nothing like morning coffee. And I know my cup may be a little outdated because it's a Christmas cup. And Starbucks had a thing last Christmas where you buy a drink and they get a free cup. So I went and my wife went. So we both, well, there are 2 cups at the house, but I mainly use them. Well, I always use them. So tell me how things going in you guys' world. Drop it in my comments. I respond to all comments. You know, I've really been learning a lot lately about life, and there is a cheat code in life, and it dawned on me when I was sitting here watching the World Cup with my wife. And so in the first round of the World Cup, every team is guaranteed 3 games. Then you move to the knockout round. Well, a lot of these fans are coming from other countries now. All of these people that are at these matches are not from the U.S. They're coming from Africa. They're coming from, you know, South America, you know, Brazil, you know, Japan and China. How these people coming to the U.S. and are here for a month, and you're talking about, you know, the flight to get here, you know, hotel, Airbnb, maybe they're staying with, you know, family. Then there's transportation. There's you know, they're having to eat, you know, and whatever, you know, if they're in Houston or if they're in Dallas or they're in Los Angeles or they're in Boston or New Jersey, just enjoying those places and, you know, some nightlife. How are these people able to do this, and we proclaim to be the greatest country on earth, but we have people here that are struggling, living, you know, literally paycheck to paycheck, and you have people who make $200,000-$300,000 a year that are living paycheck to paycheck. So there's a cheat code somewhere, and I don't know if that cheat code is just making better financial decisions, be it that now the World Cup was announced it was coming here gosh, probably in 2020. I'm not sure. Maybe 2022. So these people had time to put money aside, and maybe they have gone and put all of this on credit cards. Or maybe some people just like, you know what? We got a few years. We know where we're staying. Well, at that point there, they did not know where they were going to play in the United States. I don't remember the timeline or how far in advance was it announced that where those teams are going to be playing. So maybe they just said, okay, well, we probably need to, within the next 2 to 3 years, we need to put aside, $15,000. I don't know. But there has to be a cheat code somewhere, and I think it just really boils down to making financial decisions, making financial adjustments in your life to where you are able to take these kind of trips. Now, once again, if I'm correct, the World Cup is every 4 years. Well, the men's is every 4 years, and I think next year, 2027, is the women's World Cup. But I don't think the women's World Cup gets as much attention as the men. I don't know, maybe it does, but I will be paying attention to it more. But I think the cheat code is making better financial decisions. It may be literally eating beans and rice for a month and not eating out. Making your coffee at home. No fast food. Going to the grocery store and getting decisions at the grocery store. And when you get the food home, not just eating it all in a week, making things last. And maybe there may be some, carpooling going on. Husband and wife work, 20, 25 minutes apart. Okay? Just ride to work together. I don't know. But there is a system in place, and what my wife and I have started doing, we have started using, I'm going to say it wrong, I don't care, maybe it's right. We started using ChatGPT, entering it in our financial information on a weekly basis. And Chat is very good at letting us know where we are spending too much. And it's very eye-opening to look at your finances in a well-organized way. Now, I'm not saying that you can't open up your app on your phone and look at your banking statement, or go online and look at your banking statement. At your banking statement, all of that is true. But it's just something for me, for feeling about having Chat, me entering that information, and Chat makes me a ledger of all of my spending. And Chat is very detailed, because Chat is like, okay, by the end of the month, you should have $762 in your account. Now, what Chat does not do is challenge you. For example, We just went through Mother's Day. We just went through Father's Day. My wife just had a birthday. And what chat doesn't do is tell you where maybe when you and your wife went out to dinner and you spent $180 on dinner, and then you spent another $210 or whatever on her birthday. Chat is forgiving on that level, but chat doesn't say, okay, well, and maybe if I had put in the information before saying, okay, my wife has a birthday and Mother's Day is coming, how much wiggle room do I have there? And maybe that's my fault, because I just thought about that maybe, there's some net in here. Maybe that's something I need to look into is putting that information in, and maybe in October or November when it's time for Christmas, I can go to chat and be like, okay, chat, how much can we budget in for Christmas? As far as my wife goes, and like for her birthday, I went out and purchased her a purse, and that was the beginning of her not feeling well, so we ended up out of going to this Italian restaurant, and I brought the food home, and we had dinner with the kids that night, and I bought her flowers. I had some cookies sent to her job. So those things, maybe I need to use chat to help me with that. But there is a cheat code for not necessarily financial freedom, but I guess I would say that. And Dave Ramsey, we have paid into his program twice, and the very first thing they want you to do is put aside $1,000, emergency fund. And we put aside $1,000 the first time, but we did the second time, and that $1,000 got spent elsewhere. But I am learning that there is a cheat code in life, and that cheat code is controlling your financial situation. So, all right, well, I'm almost at my parents' house. I keep my work car at my parents' house because I live so far from work that I'm not able to drive my work car home, which that would probably save me $300 to $400 a month, because I drive about 160 something miles round trip every day, and I'm getting gas every other day. So yeah, that hurts. But I'm learning what the cheat code in life is, and maybe when the next World Cup is in 2030, I think, maybe I can take my family to Spain for the next World Cup. So I think that would be exciting, especially if Jamaica's in it, and Canada, and US, and I'm going for every African country. Ghana, Morocco, South America, they've been eliminated. And I want to say that as of, I want to say it was 7 African countries that have made it to the knockout round, which is pretty exciting. So, well, thank you for joining me today on my ride along. And if you are new, please give me a sub. And if you are returning, thank you for joining me. And if you have made it this far, once again, thank you. And I will see you guys and gals later. Peace out.